I used to think discomfort was a sign that I was doing something wrong. Like if something felt hard or unfamiliar, that maybe it wasn't meant for me. Maybe I should wait until it felt easier, or maybe I wasn't ready yet. And then I realized something that I got to share with you today, that the things that actually changed my life, the skills I built, the decisions I made, and the moves that gave me more control, every single one of them felt uncomfortable at first. Not because they were wrong, but because they were new. And today I'm going to walk you through why pushing past discomfort is not optional if you want to build something real. And more importantly, how you can do it without burning out, without second guessing yourself the whole time either. Because here's the thing most people get wrong about discomfort. They treat it like it's all the same. But discomfort during growth is completely different from the discomfort that we feel when we're misaligned. If you're in a situation that's violating your values, that's draining you with no returns, and that's asking you to become somebody that you're not, that discomfort is real. It's a signal, and you should definitely listen to it. But if you're avoiding something because it's unfamiliar, because you don't know how it'll go, because you've never done it before, and because you're not sure if you'll be good at it, that right there is not a warning sign. It's a signal that you're doing something new. Think about getting into cold water, right? That first 30 seconds when you jump in, it's so uncomfortable. Your body's gonna tense up and you're gonna wanna get out immediately. But you know that if you stay in, your body will slowly adjust. That discomfort will fade and then you'll be fine. But if you stand on the edge debating whether to get in, you will never adapt. You'll just stay uncomfortable, but in a different way. You'll stay stuck in this loop of asking yourself, should I or should not? But action is what's going to end that loop. And most of the time, that discomfort that you're avoiding, it's not nearly as bad as that mental weight of not deciding to do something, to take action. Here's what happens when you keep choosing comfort over growth. Let's break this down. You never stay neutral, and instead, you fall behind. Every month that you spend avoiding the things that feel hard, someone else is out there doing it. They building the skills, they're making the connections, and they're creating the assets that's gonna make them some money, some money. And guess what? 6 months from now, a year from now, they're not just ahead of you. They're in a completely different position. And it's not because you're incapable. No. It's that you gave someone else a head start because discomfort felt like it was good enough excuse for you to wait. And here's the part that's even harder for many of us to see. Avoidance doesn't just delay progress. It also quietly begins to erode your trust in yourself. See, every time you choose comfort over the thing that you know you should do, you're reinforcing the idea that you can't handle it, that you're not ready, that maybe this isn't for you. And that belief becomes so much harder to undo the longer you let it sit. So let me be clear, and honestly, let me just keep it real 100 with you. Pushing past discomfort is not about you being tough. It's about protecting your future self from a much worse kind of discomfort. I'm talking about the kind of discomfort that comes from realizing that you had a chance and you didn't take it. All right, so here's what we got to do about that. We got to fix it. And I'm going to give you three things that you need to understand if you're serious about moving forward. And then at the end, I'm going to ask you to pick one area where you've been avoiding discomfort and commit to just taking one step this week. See, most people, they don't think that they're running from discomfort. Nah, they don't view it that way at all. They view it as they're waiting for clarity. They're doing more research. They're making sure that the timing is right. And guess what? All of those things, they sound responsible. They sound wise. But we got to be real with ourselves, and I got to be real with you. That's just delay disguised as wisdom. But guess what? It's still delay. And the issue isn't that you're being careful. See, the real issue is that you're using that caution as a way to avoid the things that actually scare you. And that's putting you in a situation where you might not know what you're going to do yet. And I get it. Nobody want to look incompetent. Nobody want to fail in public. Nobody wants to look like a failure. Nobody wants to be seen as somebody that's just fumbling through life or fumbling through something. But the cost of waiting, it's not neutral. There's an opportunity cost to everything. Every month that you spend preparing is a month that somebody else is moving forward. And guess what? They ain't smarter than you. They're not more talented than you. They're just willing to be uncomfortable for just a few more weeks while they figure it out. And that gap between you and them, it's not based on ability, it's based on action. So just think about it like this. Every month that you delay is a month of compounding advantage that you are handing to somebody else. They're getting reps, they're learning what's working, they're building momentum, and you're just sitting there. You're reading articles, you're watching videos, and you're convincing yourself that you're almost ready. See, you don't need no more information. You need one clear move, and you need to make it before you feel ready. Did you catch that? You need to make that move before you feel ready. If you understand what I'm saying right now, put it in the comments. What is one thing that you've been researching for months that you can start this week? Let me know, because discomfort of doing new things, it can last weeks, maybe even months if it's something bigger. But guess what? That regret of not doing it will last for years, man. People avoid discomfort because they think they protecting themselves, but they're actually doing something that's even worse. They're trading short-term relief for long-term pain. Now, let's be real. Learning a new skill, it's uncomfortable. Reaching out to somebody, that can be uncomfortable. Putting your work in front of people, it can be uncomfortable. But none of that discomfort is ever going to be permanent. You will survive it. You will adjust, and you will get better. And guess what? Then it's not about being uncomfortable no more. It's just about what you do. See, regret, on the other hand, it don't fade. It's going to accumulate. 3 years from now, you're not going to look back and think, I'm so glad that I waited. No, you're going to think, I should have started when I first thought about it. And guess what? That ain't even the worst part. The worst part is you'll know that you avoided it. You'll know that it wasn't timing or readiness or none of that. It was about not wanting to feel uncomfortable for just a few weeks. So ask yourself, what is harder, being bad at something for a month or living with the fact that you never even tried? Come on, man. The answer is obvious, but only if you are honest with yourself. Only if you're honest with yourself. Please take a moment right now, get honest with yourself, because there's a lie that so many people believe, and it's, I'll do it once I feel ready, or I'll start once I'm more confident, or I just need to feel like I know what I'm doing first. But guess what, man? Confidence don't work that way. Confidence doesn't come before action. It comes from action. Let me say that again, man. You might have missed it. You might have missed it. You might have missed it. And I got to give it to you again. You want it, do you want it again? You need it again. You need to hear that. Confidence does not come before action. It comes from action. You don't feel ready, then act. What you do is you act, you survive the discomfort, and then you realize that you were more capable than you thought you were. Because guess what? Nobody gets good at anything by just thinking about it. You get good by doing it badly at first, making adjustments. You know? Think about a sales call. I remember the first sales call I took, man, those first ones are so awkward. You're nervous. That first piece of content that you created is crap. But guess what? After 10 reps, you ain't gonna no longer be guessing. After 50 reps, you gonna be competent. After 100 reps, man, you gonna be confident. You gonna be him. You gonna be her. Because discomfort is just an entry fee that you gotta pay for the reps. And the only way to get through it is to stop waiting for certainty. Stop waiting for some accumulated experience. So here's what I want you to do today. Just pick one thing, not 5, not 10, just one. One area where you've been avoiding discomfort because you're not sure how it'll go. And then I want you to identify the smallest, the clearest next step that you can take this week. A baby step, not the perfect step, not an impressive step, not a big leap, just the next small step. Maybe it's just as simple as you sending a message to a client or a potential client. Maybe it's as simple as just recording that video and getting that content out there or writing that article. It ain't got to be big. It just has to be a real step forward, because the goal isn't to eliminate fear. It's to get you to act anyway, even if you are fearful. So again, I want you to do something for me. If you are vibing with what I'm saying, comment below. What's the one area that you are going to commit to this week? Let's make this real. And let's bring this all together now. You ready? Let's bring this together. Because pushing past discomfort, it's not about you being fearless. It's about you being honest. Honest about the fact that avoidance can feel like caution, but really is just delay. Let's be honest about the fact that discomfort is just temporary, but your regret will compound. Let's be honest about the fact that you don't need more confidence. You just need one clear step. So here's what I'm asking you to do. Pick one thing that you've been avoiding. Identify that next step, that small next step, and just take it this week. Not when you feel ready, not when it's convenient, but do it this week. Because the version of you that's 6 months ahead, a year ahead, 3 years ahead, they're counting on you to push past that right now. And guess what? They will be so glad that you did. If this, what I shared today, has been helpful, please share with someone who's stuck in the same loop. I promise you they'll be so thankful that you did. And if you're an entrepreneur or a creative and you know deep down that it's not too late for you, even if your life does not look the way you want it to look right now, this channel is for you. And I want to invite you to check out more videos here that can help you to lock in, make progress, and enjoy waking up every single day to do the work that you love. I'm Jay. I'll catch you in the next one. Until then, stay blessed.